Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just wanted one of those energies today. One of those energies. I stopped and wondered why this world chooses fear over love? Or have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why is it that you're so fearful of even allowing love, allowing joy, allowing bliss, allowing the moment to unfold and allow yourself to be immersed in that motherfucking happiness? Have you ever questioned that? If you have questioned that, then on today's video, you might as well stay to the very end, because you're going to get some clarification on why is it that you're choosing fear over love. And when you can understand this profound, mind-blowing thing, then I guarantee you'll walk through life not being fearless, but you'll be able to walk through life fearing less and desiring love. It breaks my heart. It truly does. That we live in a world where only fear is more powerful than love. What kind of bullshit is this, knowing that we came from love? What is up, you beautiful beings? Welcome back to another episode on Embracing the Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontenay. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for trusting me on your journey. But if you are a subscriber already to my channel, I love you and I thank you and I appreciate you for your support. But other than that, what I do on this channel, I speak about spirituality with compassion, emotional awareness with love. I do guided readings for each zodiac signs, and I also talk about things that need to be talked about that aren't talked about in the world, because it's our divine right to know more than what we've been taught. And this is what I want to share with you today. Have you ever stopped and wondered, before you do all that, if you enjoy spending your time with me here today, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button. No, so all of my information for my services, and follow me on Instagram, all of that is in the description box below. But let's go back, move forward. But this is what we're going to talk about today. Is the reason why we choose fear more than love. 111 was just on the clock. It may be very significant for you guys. You know, what if I told you that fear is a man-made lesson? What if I told you fear was created by man in order to be teachable? What if I told you that? What if I told you that? Have you ever heard the saying, fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real? Or the other saying, fuck everything and run? Or forget everything and rise? There's so many different implications between fear. But this is what I want to share with you today, is why as a society we choose fear over love. Well, little do we know that we came from love. You know, this whole society is rigged. Let's just be motherfucking honest. It's rigged as hell. I'm not shunning on anyone who believes in religion, but let's be very honest. Isn't it heartbreaking that we believe in a certain dogma, and this dogma teaches us how to fear our creator? Yes, understand repercussions, consequences. Willpower cannot be created if it wasn't for karma. So yes, be wary of the fact the universe definitely is watching and will definitely give you your karma. But the thing is, what I'm really wanting to share is that this dogma we've been taught is that we need to fear our creator to the point that we don't believe we're connected to our creator. Isn't that heartbreaking to know that the very essence that created us, we're taught to disconnect from that very essence, knowing the essence created us from love, with its love? That's very heartbreaking, isn't it? Have you ever stopped and wondered why is that? Have you ever stopped and wondered why is that? Well, it's because, think about this. We have been taught to believe that the mind is the most powerful out the whole body. But what if I told you that the very thing that is the most powerful throughout the body, and is the first thing created within the womb as the body is being created, is the heart? The heart is the guidance system. The heart is the very vessel that the creator lives within to give us that love that resides within our very vessel. But the reason why we're not taught about the heart, the reason why we don't understand its power, is because they want us to live in the mind. And the mind is a tool. It's not our guidance. It's a tool for us to, it's an antenna, I would say, to receive thoughts and ideas from the higher realms, from the consciousness of our hierarchy, to receive our divine plan. It's squeezing me in my throat. But The reason why we're taught to believe the mind is so powerful, because the mind is the very place where only fear can reside. So think about this. When we're all up in our mind and not in our emotions, of course we can't know the truth, because the truth lies within. And if we're too fearful to go within and discover the truth, then we're disconnected from our very emotions. We're disconnected from that very source, creator, God, divine, universe, whatever fits best for you. No judgments. And when we're disconnected from our heart, guess what? We're easily manipulated, because we can't know the truth, because we're not in our heart. So how is fear taught? Why is fear taught? Fear is taught because it's easy to manipulate man. When man is under fear, we're under flight and fight mode, meaning that we're always in survival. So when we're always in survival, of course, we're always going to be bitter. We're always going to be angry. We're always going to be rushing, because that's what fear is. It's a stress response. And of course, as you know, stress is the #1 killer on the planet today and the cause of cancer. But they want that, because we won't be in our power. Now, what if I told you that, I know I keep saying, what if I told you, Spirit be sharing something with you guys if you allow yourself to listen to your heart. But we all must know this truth, because it's our divine right to live in our sovereignty and in our power, and not have our lives dictated by an outside source that has no damn heart whatsoever for the collective. And this is why it's very vital and important for you to sit in your sovereignty and claim your power, because it's your divine right, because God is here to protect you and to guide you on your journey. You're always being supplied for. But they don't want us to know this abundance, because they greedy mofos, the inorganic ones, we like to say. But let's get back into it. This is going to be very mind-blowing. The reason why we choose fear over love, because here's the thing. We were taught to believe that it's the most responsible decision to make. Ain't that some shit? Or especially if you grew up seeing your parents always worrying, always stressing about surviving, and they're always fearing, because everything stems from fear. Worry, stress, all that shit stems from fear, especially control. It all stems from fear. So you may have been taught that and seen that, and you thought that's the most responsible thing to do. But let me share with you, it is the most destructive thing to do. Because when you live in fear, you can't know your creativity. You can't tap into your heart. You can't tap into your divine plan, your divine source, your divine abundance, your divine rights. And when you're not living in that, you feel lost. It's like the majority of us on our planet. And this is why we continuously live in trauma and in pain and in sorrow and in misery, because we're disconnected. But it's only because we were taught fear is a responsibility. We think it's responsible for us to fear, but really it's the #1 killer on the planet. But here's another thing. The reason why we choose fear and we think it's a responsible feeling to lean on is because majority of society believes that if I wasn't taught other than this, then they think it's the right thing. And this is why a lot of people don't want to go after their dreams, don't want to go after claim their power. They don't want to go after what their heart desires, is because we weren't taught courage, bravery, to be able to do so. And we think that if we weren't taught bravery, divine confidence within thyself, to learn how to love self, then we think that's the wrong thing to do. Hence why they created the word rebellious, because people who go against the system, they think they're bad. But really, I believe rebellious is people who have the courage to claim their power that God has given to them. I highly believe that. And that's the people who have the courage to love, and the ones who change the world. So I'm sharing this with you because I want you to realize that don't allow fear to dictate your life and define you. Just because your parents and your family and your friends and everyone else believes in fear and believes in the king, and you know what I mean, and believes in whatever they are told, just because everyone else believes in that and are of this world, doesn't mean you have to be. It doesn't mean you have to listen to them. It doesn't mean you have to be like anyone else. If you feel that you came onto this planet as the black sheep in your family, or the person that doesn't fit in, It means you're meant to create a new world within this world. So that means you're not of this world. So congratulate yourself on that, boo, because you were one of the courageous souls that volunteered to come on this planet to shake up the false foundation that has built this planet, that has built this society, that is killing our civilization. So I tell you this not for you to fear. I tell you this because now is the time to choose love, because love is the only savior. Love is the only savior from the false veil. And not only that, love is the only thing that could bring us back home to here, to understanding that we are worthy. We are enough. There is enough in this world. So fear stems from lack. And when we believe in lack, we limit ourselves. But realize, this whole universe is so massive and so vast, there's no such thing as limitations. So if you were created from this universe, then that means there is no such thing as limitations within you. So I ask you today, do you choose love rather than fear? Because think about it this way. We were taught to fear evil, to fear darkness, to fear demons. Why is that? Why is that? Because you know why? Because it teaches us how to not like the part of ourselves that we don't show to the world. When that part of ourselves help us feel whole with who we are. So when we don't like that whole part of ourselves, of course we're going to feel empty. We're going to feel half, to the point that we have to go out and chase our other half and find everything to fill that void. But I tell you this because you were made from love. And you are love, and you are lovable. Everything, all the limiting beliefs, all the pain, all the fear was just taught to make man believe that they don't have the power to rule their life, when you have every right to rule your life. You know how I know? Because divine gave you your own feet to plant your roots for each day, gave you your own heartbeat to feel, and gave you your own mind to operate. So that means you have every right to claim who you are, be who you are, listen to your heart, go after what you want, love like no motherfucker has ever loved on this planet, because that is who you are. And you have every right to live that. So please understand, fear is taught. If everyone right now is going against what you believe in, meaning that you don't want to do what society is doing, then I'm gonna have to tell you something. It's okay if those people don't understand, but here's the thing. This is what makes you powerful. This is what makes love powerful. Because one person who chooses to go against what people deem right is the one who's really going to save this planet. Is the one who's really going to be the inspiration, the example, the leader. So understand, one person who is awakened out of 1,000,000 is the most powerful one. Meaning the person who's willing to love regardless of all the shit that's coming on this planet, because they know love is the source to all. That is the one who is really more powerful than the people who choose fear. So I really hope this helps, beautiful beings. I really hope you got any upliftment or any inspiration for you to understand that if you're ready to go after your endeavor, if you're ready to quit that job, if you're ready to leave a relationship that's not serving your best and highest good upon the journey that you want to create, then it's time for you to realize that this is your confirmation for you to listen to your heart. And even the train is giving you a confirmation that divine is letting you know it's time to move forward, because there's a lot more in store for you rather than fear. So I hope this helps, beautiful beings. I love you all, and please, please have a blissful day. And if you're having troubles with actually going within your fears and actually reviewing them and analyzing them and getting to the root of them, I do have the Solo Eps program, my healing program. I have up to, I think 2 weeks, up to 12-week program. So you could go check that service out. That link is in the description below this video. Go straight on my website. You could go check that out and book your appointment today. But other than that, I love you guys so much, and realize that love is the only thing that's going to lift you high to the point you won't be scared of anything. And that is my goal for you, to realize you have every right to be you and not fear yourself and what you want or anything outside of you. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one, and namaste.